I just put in for the Form 4 and 1 for my PS90, and it just came back in 4 days. And that is incredibly fast for the ATF when it comes to filing your paperwork and not coming to your house to shoot your dog. That is a significant change over the years that I've gotten Form 1 and 4s through the ATF. My first one that I ever got was a couple years ago, and this took me over 13 months to get, which is ridiculous all on its own because 1, you have to pay tax, and 2, you have to wait over a year to be able to get this device to be able to make it more quiet. But before I get into a rant and start going on and on about the unconstitutionalness of this whole process, which I have talked about in previous videos, let's try to stay track and bring it back a little bit and go over this process and why it is so much shorter and what is the plan. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know why these are becoming so much quicker to get back and processed. It never should have been as long as it was in the first place. 13 months, a year, whatever that is way too long. The first suppressor I got was 13 months, then it was 12, and then it was 3, and now it is 4 days. That is a massive jump. All I can say is let's take advantage of it while we can. Let's get as many of these things into circulation as possible and enjoy it while we're able to. But what I'll say as a caveat to that is they're probably gonna use this some way down the road to be able to screw us and try to take away our rights in some other way. They didn't win the pistol brace thing. That kind of fell on their face with that. So obviously what's the next thing they can go after is your SBRs or your suppressors. And I can see them using this as some way to go after those because there's no way that suddenly the ATF lost that and now they're gonna be like, you know what would be really cool is if we start giving people suppressors quicker. Fantastic for me because I don't have to wait forever for my stuff. But honestly, it seems a little fishy to me and makes me slightly skeptical, but I'm still gonna go pick up my shorter barrel and go get my suppressor. Now I know there's a lot of you that are on one side or completely on the other side. A lot of you are like, no, just do what you gotta do your paperwork, pay your tax, and keep your head down and have your stuff. And then there's the other side that are like, screw the government, I ain't paying them any money, and more power to you. Do absolutely whatever works best for you and your family. You should absolutely sit down, discuss it with your family, pray about it, and figure out what is the best decision moving forward for you. I'm not here to tell you what you should or should not do. This is the first SBR I've ever done, and I think it's honestly a disgrace if you don't SBR a P90 or at least just chop the barrel on the thing because you really can't have a gun like this and have this gross barrel on the end of it. I mean, it takes away from the whole gun. So I had to do it when I heard that it was really short timing. And when I got this in from Brownells, I made the decision fairly quickly. But I don't see myself ever doing an SBR ever again because, well, I lie somewhere in between those two groups. Now I want to hear from you. What do you all think about this new time frame for the Form 4s and Form 1s? Now I have heard that the trusts in that process is still taking a very long time, but the individuals in the Form 1s are significantly quicker. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think's going on? Do you think it's just because they're finally streamlining the process, or is there like some hidden agenda in there somewhere? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist or a fear monger and make people worried or freak out, but it's the ATF. I mean, can we really believe anything that they're saying or take what they're doing as like a good graces thing? Like, if they're gonna try to make you wait as long as possible, and they can, they're probably gonna do it. My next question is, does this make it more appealing to you, the fact that the process is much shorter? The amount of people I've talked to about this, the majority have said to me, like, I might actually buy a suppressor now. Is this a ploy on them to get that tax stamp purchase bumped up and getting more tax stamp money and revenue? I don't know why they would want that because that puts more circulation out there. I don't know. Again, I don't know what their agenda is there. Obviously, that's kind of a double-edged sword. You get more suppressors out in the world, which they don't like and they want to ban, but they also get their tax money. Or they're like, we're going to ban them here anyway, so let's get them all out there, as many as possible. Let's get our money, and then let's make everybody felons, like they tried to do with the pistol brace. I keep going back to that. I know, I'm sorry. Still a sore subject. It was a weird time last year when they did all that crap going into this year and the beginning of the year. If you guys are interested in that stuff, I got a video on it. But that is it. Not super long video. Just wanted to know your thoughts. You know, I thought I was done, but I got one more thing. This is something that really irritates me, and I did a poll on this on Instagram to find out if it was just me or more people were experiencing this. And a lot of people were having the same experience as me. Now, I'm not saying everybody's doing this maliciously, but some people are out there trying to get their bag, and I don't think it's right. My SOT jumped the price over double and charged me $214 to hold my suppressor for 4 days. When I called them and asked them what in the world they were doing jumping the price that much, they said it's too much of a hassle to call people and have to hold it for such a long period of time. 4 days? That to me is ridiculous. They already know that we're already getting screwed with this tax. There is no reason you should be jumping prices up over $200. It cost me $414 just to start the process to get a suppressor. And then on top of that, whatever the suppressor costs and everything else associated with that. $414. And that is something I don't hear enough people being frustrated about. And I think it's something that should be a conversation and figure out what in the world is going on and how we need to change this. Now I'm done. That was something that frustrated me. I'm sorry. Here are my sponsors. Here are the sponsors of the channel and the things I do here. I can't do it without them, and they're phenomenal. Brownells, Howitzer, Tecto Knives. I've got discount codes and everything from these companies in my website. Link in the description if you guys want to go check out there. Anything you do there on the website with those links that I have and discount codes help support the channel a ton. I really appreciate that. So thank you for that. Brownells has been a massive supporter. Howitzer donates 5% of proceeds to charity, and Tecto Knives has some sweet knives that I've been using, and they did a giveaway with us, which was really cool. Other than that, thank you so much. Really want to know what you guys think about this, and I appreciate you all.